everybody, welcome to Wingman's Hangar, episode 57. I'm Eric Wingman Peterson. This is my GIMP.
Hi, it's Rob. The Designopotamus is Irving.
And we are going to tell you everything that's going on this week at Descendent Studios as we reboot Descent Underground. How are you doing today, Rob?
We need to reboot me, apparently.
Let me see if I can do that. Oh, I got to touch him.
Just kick it. Ah! No touches.
Okay. Well, that was an adventure.
An adventure. Coming up today, we have the week in review. We have forum feedback with your questions and the jitter show. We have most valuable post, and we, of course, have Warrior of the Week.
Wow.
Yeah, first of all, we always want to thank our backers for coming in and helping us out.
Welcome.
Thank you guys very, very much for being part of this. Speaking along for the ride, we've got some awesome fans.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a fan. Is there a fan-focused stinger, Mike?
Why there is.
Well, then let's roll that fan-focused stinger, Michael Morlan.
Stinger. Hey, we rely on undergrounders to help us test the game a lot. So
we don't break everything
Yeah.
always.
Not always.
Right, not always.
No, we have two versions of working there. And so if you haven't had a chance, you need to check out DEF CON X's new version of Capture the Core.
That's going to add a little challenge to the game.
To be fair, we didn't have the resources hooked up for the cube making yet.
Right, so the infinite cube mess was definitely
It will be going away. So that's really
problematic.
cool, DEF CON. Also, did you see his video of doing a clean? He did a clean versus bots run. Now the AI has been improved.
clean versus bots.
That means
you mean zero
deaths in Mobius, and so he's trying to work his way through all of them. And so, did you check out that video?
That is scary.
It is, and all of those are going to be significantly changed. We're going to be adding new bots, so to speak, to those things to make it a little more difficult. So. Yeah, cool job, DEF CON X. Oh, Raptur also did something. What? He stitched together videos with inspades, and they can have a duel, and you can watch from both perspectives. That's really neat.
That is,
Take a look
pretty
at this video.
impressive.
So head over to the forums, check them all out, and if you've got something cool to show, post it on there. We'll put you
In fan
focus.
What?
Yes! Fan focus! Right, more week in review. So Sharon, and what does Sharon mean again?
Karan,
Sharon, or
My
Maki.
Maki.
Make. Mike was reading about the Astrobed called Maki. He's like called Make. You're
I
like,
don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, you don't.
He's no recollection.
So what does that mean? What does Sharon
So
mean?
Karan is our survival mode map. It is very large. It has 4
Humongous.
distinctive sections. So we're getting some Kojimification.
Kojimification?
Yes,
Oh, I like
on
that.
it.
Kojimification.
It's looking party.
That's pretty cool.
You might see something about it sooner.
We also did. We also had our advisory board meeting this week. Where
We
were
did.
talking about the bots. We have a hangout, and we're going through all the different ways bots are working, what to do with versus bots, how to make that fun for all of you guys out there, because there's a lot of people out there waiting for single player. And this is our first big step towards co-op. Well, we'll have that's another versus bots is going to have co-op. Survival mode will have co-op. There's a lot of changes coming up in the bots. It's not just kind of something we threw in there that you guys can play with while we make it. We're going to be crafting the experience a little more. And again, if you're in the underground or you're a member of the Proving Grounds, you're going to get that earlier than everybody else. And you can tell us we did great. A positive contribution to the thing, or not. We have VR performance has been worked on. Jason's had his head down in that for a while to get it to. And we realize if you bought the game and you are an HTC Vive or Oculus Rift person, we don't have the cockpits in yet. We don't have all the optimization for the performance. That is coming. It's just that, we've got the rest of the game to finish as well. So stay with us, be part of it. If it's making you dizzy or something, you can't handle it right now, then keep trying it as we go, because we'll continually update it all along. So we ask your patience a little bit there.
Hang in there.
Yeah, and now it's time for Beautiful Corner. Right, so let's take a look at Sharon, as we just talked about earlier. Let's take a look at what we got there. Here's the beginning of what it's going to look like.
Ooh, see, I'm familiar with that map for some reason. That is a massive, massive map. Oh man, that's like a spoiler.
I know. Well, you know, it's all
They're
right.
getting too much information.
Yeah, well,
All
that's
12
true.
people who are watching.
Yeah, no, there's not 12. That'd be double the audience.
Okay, I was optimistic.
Look at that. It looks like a.
Now it looks like this is your digestive system.
Yeah, you've had too many tacos today, and this is what the map's gonna look like, and this is kind of.
Oh, see, we were starting to separate out the zones there.
Yep.
Very cool.
Unlocks and stuff like that. That's really neat.
Progression.
It is progression. And what's minor pratfalls? What do we got there?
This is your brain on Ragdoll.
You know what it looks like?
I'm melting, my pretty. Don't put the bottle of water on my head.
Look at his head. That ain't right.
Melting.
That ain't right. Okay, so maybe
That's
a little
cool.
bit of work to do on the Ragdoll stuff.
But that is coming too. Rescuing the miners is right around the corner. We've got him, waving you down, and we'll put some voices attached to him, and we'll be able to ragdoll behind you and take him back.
Not like that though.
Not-
Not in the creepy puddly way.
Not like that at all. That's cool. So that's this week's beautiful corner, and more week in review. What else is going on? LOD fixes. What is LOD fixes? What is LOD, Robimus?
Level of detail.
Level
That
of detail.
is so basically, especially in our larger maps, there's a performance hit for drawing
It's
all
not level
of that
of the nose.
at the same time.
It's level of detail.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We cannot fail any harder than we are doing for you right now.
Detail.
Keep this in mind.
Boss, detail,
This is an
detail.
achievement.
Yeah, getting to the show is you'll get an achievement. You can get the pig in your
We
hanger.
have max failed right now.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So LOD is what? It's level of detail.
So basically, you take everything and you smoosh it down to a simpler version so that you can draw larger areas without performance.
You've noticed that you've had at points in something like Coliseum, for instance, or some of the areas when you've got a lot of people there, you might get a little frame rate.
Can
hit.
get a little chuggier, yeah.
Right. So level of detail will take and make smaller because it's a distance away, so it'll be like much less polys rendering at that time, so it'll keep the speed and frame rate at a right level.
Less draw,
Less draw.
sort of like the show.
Oh, and there's more eye in the AI.
There is more. We're working on some. We're working on some very
We
special
got
stuff.
Eye. Yes,
and
we do. We got eye. How about you? We're not showing it today, though.
no, no.
No. All right. Well,
We're
there's
not.
more AI in there, so that's
yes,
why you're.
we're working on some very special stuff,
Yeah.
including a new pathfinding for 60 Degrees of Freedom, which is complex to say the least.
And the coolest thing we found out this week, because we have no marketing. This doesn't serve as marketing.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
We made the top 25 most anticipated games list for Gamer Ranks.
For PC games.
Yeah, number 18. So take a look at this.
2016 has already been, but will continue to be a great year for PC gaming. Number 18, Descent Underground is something I've been following with great interest. On account, I'm a huge fan of the original Descent. Descent Underground is actually being developed by some people that used to work on Star Citizen, who licensed the property from Interplay. If you have the chance to get on early access and get a copy of Descent Underground, even in its unfinished form, it's fantastic. Truly, Descent is possibly one of the more underrated of all of the first-person shooters on account it had such a different mechanic. And from the music, the sounds, and the feel of it, Descendent Studios has really, really nailed it.
It is always neat to be, we.
You like us? You really like us?
I don't know, but yeah, like Sally.
Nobody's
Fields.
gonna know that
Yeah,
reference.
it was Sally
This
Fields.
is
You
half of our
really
audience has
like
no
me.
idea what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
actually, they never have any
What
idea
did-
what we're talking about. What am I talking about?
I thought this was supposed to be about Descent.
Somebody said this was a show. This is not a show.
No, this is two idiots on screen. 1.5 idiots.
Good summary.
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5. we extra idiots.
We got a little extra.
Oh, we
idiot
got
in this
an
file.
extra idiot over there in the corner with it.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh,
Is it- which one's the half?
No, you're the extra half.
Half an idiot.
You're one and a
By
half.
the way, little
idiots.
story, little side note.
Really?
Was playing my son in like Scrabble or Words with Friends, and he put in WENA as a word. Weena.
We know.
Weena is a word. Did you know that Weena is a word? And then he did HAAF. Half.
That does
That's a
not-
word, too.
That does not strike me as a word.
So he had half a Weena.
Seriously? That set up for that?
Yeah, but it was true. That's what's funny about it. All right, it's time for our Steam Review of the Week. Very cool. Hey, look, it's from Jabode747, somebody we know very well. He says, Descent Underground is great to play already at the present state of development. It is a must-have for Descent fans. It looks great and brings back to life the old 360-degree feeling. I've spent a lot of time on it since last year. Yes, he has. Nice to see the developers are committed to their job with weekly infos on YouTube. And he says this is nice. This part of the review is bullshit.
That's
and
really
lively
sweet,
reaction and
Jabode.
implementation of players' feedback. Well, that part is true. So
That we do care about.
thank you very much, Jabode. We appreciate your Steam review of the week. And if you haven't put a review up, man, get up there and give us the review on Steam.
Give us that
thumbs
thumb
up.
up.
Thumbs up. We've had a few trolls on there giving us a couple bad thumbs because they're
Haters gonna hate.
from another project. Yeah, it's not very good. And now here's Keith McCormick with this week's Most Valuable Post.
Hi, I want to tell you a story about my friend. Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we recognize a member of our community who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground. This week, we're honoring someone who, well, a few months ago, they started sketching out an idea for a drone carrier. And just recently, they posted a whole 3D model that they made of it, which is really cool. And they also did a little textured version of it in a tunnel so we could see what it might look like coming after you. Congratulations, Skeletonbane. You made this week's Most Valuable Post.
All right, way to go, Skeletonbane. I was going to call him Skeleton
Bone.
But like you said, all bones are in the skin.
Skeleton's all bone. So
That's very cool. We love the drone concepts, and we've got, we've got a lot of stuff to put in drone-wise.
and the carrier's totally a thing.
Love it.
So
love
I
it.
like. Good work. Good work, Skeletonbane.
So, and guess what time it is?
I have no idea.
It's time for forum feedback.
Nice. All right, from Fluffball, an undergrounder. Is it possible to build holes of different sizes to allow smaller ships to fly through where larger ones can't?
This is an ongoing discussion. Right now, all the ships have the same collision extent as far as
Relatively.
navigation.
Within
yeah,
a-
they're all at 10 meters sphere, right?
Yeah.
So that may change. For instance, with the Predator, when it
Yeah.
goes into sprint mode, we may actually shrink that collision. But for now, it is not possible because they're all the same size. That will probably change.
Yeah, we'd like to have it to where you have areas that only certain ships can get to, secrets that maybe they have to get through, or maybe you can drill through to get there, everybody can get there, but maybe the Predator can get through the slide through. But that's a very cool feature. It's one of those things that we kind of want to do, but it's like something that would probably be done later. We're just almost finished with
it's
the
a
Goliath.
polish- it's a polish
It is,
thing
it is a
in the
polish.
longer
It is
run, yeah.
completely exactly. That's a good point. From Sergeant Craig, he's an undergrounder. He has asked us a lot, and we want to get there and explain it. Can you release some of the concept art for this game or some official desktop backgrounds? All right, so we've released a lot of the concept art. Right now, we're in map building mode and
that's-
drone building. So you see a lot of the stuff here. We don't have like the huge, beautiful space epic vistas because we're sort of inside.
We're underground.
So you don't really have a lot of the desktop backgrounds that you're looking for. I guess we probably could get Kaji to get a couple because we have some outside stuff where we're on the moons and stuff.
We could take some good screenies of the interiors too.
But for the
it's-
most
yeah.
part, you see a lot of the concept here that we've already worked on, and a lot of it's gray box and stuff. We take
Yeah.
it from gray box concept and put it right into practicality and get it work. So,
But
yeah,
we're still going to do the art book.
we're
of
doing an
course.
art book
That's
too,
still
yeah.
there.
So yeah, we'll release a little stuff. We need to probably take the stuff off the show and put it on the website so people can see it because nobody watches this stinking show.
I can't understand why.
There's nobody even watching right
This
now.
is a gem.
I can't go.
Gem.
From Skeletonbane, this week's MVP. You said that Alpha, Beta, and Proving Grounds players will help test a single-player campaign. But what kind of access does this entail for 3 different levels? Good question. So,
Proving Grounds.
Proving Grounds,
Alpha. Beta.
Beta. Right. That's
It's like
how
a timeline.
It is a timeline. That's exactly how it'll work. And the way it usually works is we have an environment for Proving Grounds, and we can actually set the level of access to that environment on our end. So first it'll be the undergrounders will get it, and then the alpha people will get it, and the beta. We'll just constantly open it up.
And the Proving Grounds people most likely will get a lot earlier access at very small pieces of it while we just test out the pure mechanics of it. So there might be one level out there for Proving Grounds long before we get anything to Alpha or Beta.
Right. From Raptur, an undergrounder, will there be a tech tree options to tailor your Panzer's blast shield size or shape? He thinks it's a net loss right now in Anarchy because you're easier to hit.
Yeah, you're easier to hit. Well, that's kind of the trade-off. But
you're
protecting
your
friends.
shield's easier to hit, but you're not actually being hit. You know.
Well, you're half being hit.
Half. Well,
But
not
you're
with
also,
lasers.
I mean, protecting your friends is what you're all about in the Panzer. So you're getting roll points. And,
You're a tank. You're
eventually
supposed to be
for that,
absorbed. The idea behind it is you're absorbing the damage, so your people maybe behind you can mine whatever you need or get whatever you need, and
or heal or whatever.
or heal.
they're
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. You're providing protection, and if you get a couple of them together, you can rotate. And anyway, so yeah,
But yes, there are tech tree options for the shield. Secret.
yeah.
tree
Secret.
options.
There's secret ones.
Secret.
See, I don't even know about those. That's cool. From Puddles, also an undergrounder. Can we get some kind of wiki where the community can put together helpful tips, trick, and also track forum feedback questions and answers?
That almost made sense.
I know. Can we get some kind of wiki where the community can put together helpful tips, tricks? That's a good idea, actually, because the forum has them all over the place.
Do we not have a wiki?
We do have a wiki, I think, but we have an official wiki, but I'm not really in our control. We could probably put a wiki up on our. Can we put a wiki on our website, Keith? Is that something we could probably?
I think so. I'd have to talk to Jason and the web guys.
Makes sense though that we could. It's sort of a best practices kind of thing.
Well, and keeping track of forum feedback is vitally important because we totally know what we're talking about all the time.
Right. I don't know about that forum feedback. The rest of the wiki stuff's good. From Skin So Soft. Can you add an option to get rid of the clock in versus bots? Ha!
Bad touching.
No.
Bad touching.
Also, inappropriate. Show us on the doll where the wingman touched you. Also, we get new enemy bots. So that's funny that's asked because
Wow, that was like we just talked about that.
Yes, it
this
is.
week with our advisor.
we're going to have 3 levels of the versus bots, right? There's going to be rookie, veteran, ace. And those came from you came up with it.
Well,
It
those
was-
came from somewhere.
It was going to be
else
easy,
back
medium,
in the
hard.
past.
And Rob said, why don't we call it rookie? Anyway, so better. And so the way it's going to work is there'll be no clock in rookie. You can just get through when you can get through. But there'll also be no time bonus or something like that. You remember? I guess.
Yeah, with no clock, there's no
Right,
time
no
bonus.
clock,
Yeah.
right. And then we'll have veteran, which will have the clock.
And give you a time
And you
bonus.
get a time bonus. And then we'll have ace, which is a life limiter.
Yes.
So we'll have probably just 3 lives. to
Of
get
course,
through.
apparently, at least one person out there doesn't worry about lives at all. Cause,
Oh, and then
you
the
know,
new bots. We've got new bots coming
Yes,
too.
new bots.
We've just got to get the ones that we've built now flying.
Yeah, well, and
then
get
we've
a-
gotta
get
place them on the
some
walls and
Pretty
some-
paint jobs for the
Yeah, right.
existing ones.
That's
too.
true. We've got because you need to know that you're on the blue team and they're on the red team, and so it'll all be
Bad guys.
bad guys. Oh, it's time for the it's the Jitter show.
I'm doing my best with trying to advertise your game as much as I possibly can, and a lot of people are telling me that they don't want to contribute into a game that's not finished. What I really want to try and do is convince them to try to start buying the game. I was wondering if maybe you had more suggestions of what I could tell people to entice them to get into the game.
Right on. So how do you convince people that are afraid of early access?
Well, and that's really, I mean, that is for a lot of people is just going to be a sticking point, and we understand that. But at the same time, there's a lot out there, and there's a lot of people participating. So come and join us. But also, the price changes.
The price is going up. As soon as we get co-op in there and we get the versus bots kind of to the level we want it to be, gussed up a bit, we're going to raise the price from $29.99, I believe, to $39.99, and we'll give everybody a warning that they can get in for, for whatever before we do that. But the final price will either be $49 or $50, $55, some $59, somewhere in there. So the short answer is, if you get in now, you get it cheaper than if you get in later. Not to we've talked a lot about how to convince people. Like, should we do a demo? Should we do all kinds of things to get to allow people to get a little taste? And we're still debating that. So maybe we put that up there and put that as a forum question. That'd be great to hear our users' thoughts as what they think.
And part of it is that, I mean, your feedback right now is a lot more, is a lot more.
You're helping us make the game,
Easily
but
for
not
us
everybody wants to do
fix
that.
than-
And we have 45,000 people on our Steam wish list that are saying, "We'll buy the game. We want the game, but we need to. They're waiting." And a lot of people are worried about early access, and that's understandable. But
We understand.
you get in there and play, and by the time those bozos get in, you'll be so good, you'll be hammer time. Boom. So there's your answer. All right, and now it's time for this week's hot topic. All right, right, so DEFCON X asks about the smart missile and insta-kill. And
Overpowered.
yeah, it was OP, but that was the first iteration.
Well, we discussed it internally a lot too. It's like, you know, it's a very special weapon because it's very rare.
It's rare, right? And I don't want weapons to be. I like specials to be special, and so there's a
and
balance.
we are special.
Special.
We are special needs.
I'm not going to tell my joke, but
Good.
One day I'm going to tell you.
No.
Yeah, one day I'm going to tell you about.
You
Special
have
Ross.
just been spared extra pain.
Special Ross. Maybe I'll tell it as a tag.
No,
at the
we
end
are
of the
totally not going to go there.
All right.
Wherever you're going,
All right.
don't go there.
So what do we do? We've actually adjusted this, and it's going to be in the next Proving Grounds build.
Yes, the next Proving Grounds build will have an updated smart missile.
If it hits you though, it should kill you
It's
because
going to
it doesn't
kill you.
hold.
Yeah, all the blobs are going to. Yeah, if you can get a direct
The
hit
blobs
with a gum
Kasplody
missile
on you.
and it Kasplody. See, I like
Kasplody.
that you use Kasplody now. I've grafted that word onto everyone's
yep.
vocabulary. But yes, there will be a new, slightly less homely version of the plasma blob.
That's an ugly.
Yes.
No,
I-
homely.
Yes. Yesterday's check-in was homier homing missiles and less homely plasma blobs.
Yeah, right.
So-
Right. So it's a balance thing, and this is the kind of feedback we need to do that, especially for the people that really love the game and have played it a lot. The more you guys are involved, the better off. We'll get it right. We'll zone it in.
The more you know.
So thank you very much for this week's hot topic. And if you're in the Proving Grounds, you should be testing it. Well, the next day or so when we release it to Proving Grounds. Like we're ready, pretty much, I think. So now it's time for Warrior of the Week.
Warrior of the Week!
So, Rob, what is
Yes.
Warrior of the Week?
Warrior of the Week is our opportunity to recognize one of our community members who has exhibited desirable qualities in piloting.
Somebody kicking ass all week.
That
right?
too.
In kills this week,
Maybe.
it's
Raptor.
in deaths,
Viper.
in kill to death ratio.
That's got to be Jabode, right?
It is Jabode,
It's
no
always
doubt about
Jabode.
it. Most points in a single match.
Raptor.
Most kills in a single match.
Still Raptor.
Total combat points.
Also Raptor.
Total objective points.
Fox Jr. Gens.
Oh, he's making a comeback. Total overall points is.
Raptor again.
All right.
Which
and
means
Warrior of the Week is Wingman. No, it's not. It's Raptor! Well done, Raptor. You are this week's Warrior of the Week. Nice job. So big thanks to the agents of the underground, streamers and YouTubers who are helping us grow. This is how people find us.
This is our marketing.
Every day somebody comes and goes, "Oh my God, under Descent, I had no idea." But we need to spread the word. Help spread the word. That's all we got to do. You guys are the key to making this happen, making it grow big.
I hope they don't see this show first because that will probably drive them away.
it's certainly not
Bring them in. It's like, no, I don't want to do it.
These guys are idiots. Don't support them. Why would you ever send them any money? Anyway, thanks to the streamers and YouTubers for helping us spread the word. We've got some big ones coming in the next week or the next month or so because once we get co-op out, we're spreading our seed through a partnership with HTC Vive that will be to some of the larger YouTubers will be one of the listed things they need to play. So look for that. That should help bring a lot of folks into the community. Coming up to Descendent Studios, more survival mode. We're continuing to work on it. Beautification goes on.
Ongoing process.
I think you're working on the gameplay layer for the thing right now.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Yep.
Kajamification.
Kajamification. And that means it's getting spiffy. And then after we finish that, we'll be doing the quality of life pass where we go through and go, okay, what do we need to do to up the current gameplay now? I mean, like, do we, is it achievements? Are we missing vocalization? Are we missing, beautification? What are we missing right now to make the game feel a little more complete at our current stage? And so we pause, we go through, and we fix up a bunch of stuff, and then get it in your hands. Thanks to the Underground members and all our backers and pledgers. Subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch channels so you get the latest and greatest and find out exactly what we're up to. Submit your forum feedback questions, and maybe you'll get your own show like Jitrus if you put a video.
I don't
out
know.
there. Yep.
Can anyone
He's
supplant
keeping the wing.
Jitrus
He's
show?
keeping the wing noob off though.
I am very proud of him for that.
I think the wing noob needs to be on more
The
often.
wing noob needs
Yep.
to be jettisoned into space.
Yes. Would he shrink? Will that work?
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this entire endeavor, and we will see you all underground.
One American town looks like any other when you see it from an airplane window. Trees line the quiet residential streets, and there's usually a highway running through to an industrial area where many town people work. But in every town, you'll find houses like this, run down, neglected. Trash and litter disfigure the house and yard. An eyesore, yes, and as you'll see, much more. A house that's neglected is the house that may be doomed in the atomic age. What would happen to such a town if it were on the outer fringe of an attack directed at a nearby city? We can answer that question, in part at least, even though it hasn't happened yet. A series of civil defense tests were made to discover the effects of atomic heat on American homes. I am going to show you how protective measures can help guard your home against the heat effects of an atomic explosion. This is the Nevada Proving Ground, where tests were made on miniature houses in various stages of upkeep, inside and out. These tests were also made on common fire hazards like dead grass, old leaves, discarded newspapers, and fence structures. Here are 5 fences placed far enough from the explosion that they could survive the blast. The fences in the middle are built of decayed wood. Dry grass and litter simulate conditions you've seen in too many alleys and backyards in slum areas. The trash, litter, and dead grass are perfect kindling for the unprotected and unpainted wood of the fence itself. The moments tick away as we await the bomb and the fireball. The light flash and the heat or thermal wave, then the blast wave. You'll remember the 3 middle fences are built of rotten wood, unpainted and surrounded by trash. They are immediately ignited. The 2 outer fences, without litter, are slower to ignite. Decayed, combustible wood surfaces like these fences are readily ignited by heat flash. Likewise, some types of interiors are easily ignited. This will be demonstrated in the next test. Here are 2 miniature frame houses, identical in structure, both in good condition and well painted outside. Sturdily mounted cameras in front of the houses are to record the effect of heat flash. Large windows purposely expose the interiors to the flash. In the house on the right, all the earmarks of untidy housekeeping. Newspapers and magazines lying about, and cluttered tables. Now the house on the left, identical to the other, but spick and span. Trash has been thrown away. Tabletops are tidy. 2 homes, one a fire trap, even under ordinary conditions. The other cleaned up and fresh with better, safer housekeeping. Both ready for the test bomb. The light flash and the heat wave, then the blast tears away part of each roof. Let's see it again in stop motion. First, the light flash and the thermal or heat wave that only chars the painted outer surface of both houses. Then the blast. The cluttered room of the house on the right bursts into flame. In a few moments, the interior is completely ablaze. The fire that started inside spreads rapidly to the house itself, although the house on the left still shows no exterior flames. Now the house on the right burns as fiercely as if it had been deliberately fired with kindling. The lack of fire-safe housekeeping has doomed this house to destruction. In the other house, with its better, safer housekeeping, readily extinguished afterward. Damage? Yes, but the house still stands. One house standing, one house leveled, both painted and cleaned up outside. Identical houses except for inside conditions and housekeeping. Now, our third test. 3 identical miniature frame houses, each with varying exterior conditions, all the same distance from the point of the explosion. The house on the right, an eyesore. But you've seen these same conditions in your own hometown. Old, unpainted wood. And look at the paper, leaves, and trash in the yard. In a moment, you'll see the results of atomic heat flash on this house. The house on the left, typical of many homes across the nation. Heavily weathered, dry wood in run-down condition. This house is the product of years of neglect. It has not been painted regularly. It's dry and rotten. A tinderbox ready to turn into a blazing torch. The house in the middle, in good condition, with a clean, unlittered yard. The exterior has been painted with ordinary, good quality house paint. Light painted surfaces reflect heat, and the paint also protects the wood from weathering and moisture damage. Let's watch the test now and see what happens under atomic heat. Again in stop motion. The light flash, the heat wave, and clouds of dust. Keep your eye on the house on the right. Notice how the heat wave affects it. There's the fire starting in the trash surrounding the house. Now it spreads to the house itself. In a moment, the blast wave, and here it comes. The house on the right is the first to ignite. The trash serves as kindling for the dry, weathered wood. The house on the left smolders for a few moments. Looks almost as if it will not burn, and then bursts into flame. The house on the right continues to burn. 2 houses are a total loss, but the well-kept and painted house in the middle still stands. Which of these is your house? This one? The house on the right, dilapidated with paper, dead grass, litter everywhere. The house on the left, unpainted, run down, neglected. Is this your house? The house in the middle, cleaned up, painted up, and fixed up, exposed to the same searing atomic heat wave, did not catch fire. Close examination revealed only a slight charring of the painted outer surface. Yes, the White House in the middle survived an atomic heat flash. These civil defense tests have proven how important upkeep is to our houses and towns. Now it's up to us, the people, to take decisive action. All right, you say, what can I do about it? What can my community do? All over America, towns and cities are organizing local cleanup, paint-up, fix-up campaigns. Boy and Girl Scouts and school children of all ages are told how they can help by organizing teams to clean up alleys and backyards. See that you help by removing all of the litter, junk, old newspapers, and trash. They collect and pile up. Your community needs this help. Do those long-delayed repair jobs now. Trim your shrubbery and trees, weed and plant flowers. Keep your block cleaned up. Beauty, cleanliness, health, and safety are the 4 basic doctrines that protect our homes, our cities. You've seen the tests. You know the story. Join up with your friends and neighbors for a better, safer community. It's also good civil defense, which is everyone's responsibility. The dingy house on the left, the dirty and littered house on the right, or the clean white house in the middle. It is your choice. The reward may be survival.